All right, hi, hello, everyone. We are here with a weird episode.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back. It's the episode 18 of Arc 3 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I'm playing Ikely Amberkeep, the level 5 human wizard.
I'm Ovredahl. Normally I play a human bard named Flute. Who gives a shit? Tonight, I'm taking the night off from that, and who knows what I'll be doing in tonight's game. Maybe just watching with y'all.
Hi, I'm Jordan Dahl, and I play Tipaz, the Kreen monk, sometimes known to many as simply Mr. T.
Hi, but I understand.
I got distracted. Hi, I'm Aaron Urist. I'm also not. I'm not playing. I'm like Andrew. My purpose
I'm
here
Harlan
is shrouded
Kelly.
in mystery.
I'm Harlan Kelly, and I am the Clutch of Souls tonight. Yeah, that's it. Wait, we're not going yet. Sorry, I got ahead of myself,
Hang on.
Rachel. I apologize.
1 sec.
I'm all excited. Things are all a tizzy.
We got a crazy episode tonight we're very excited to get into, but we're going to play some 5e Spelljammer inspired Dungeons and Dragons. Our show is live soundtracked by the wonderful Jason Wardell, and it is directed by K.A.I Story of Tiger Moon Productions. And it's brought to you by our patrons and subscribers. If you love the show and you want to see us continue to grow and improve and do weirder stuff, consider supporting the show financially. You can do that in a lot of ways. You can subscribe to our channel, you can become a patron, or you can buy some of our sweet merch on Teespring. If that is not in the budget right now, we totally understand. Please support the show in other ways. You can just tell your friends that you're listening to a new thing, or you can tweet about it, or you can hang out with us in our Discord and just talk about the show. There's lots of ways to support us. Also, if you're not already, please hit follow. It's free and it helps us out a whole lot. We appreciate whatever support you can give. It is almost time to play some D&D, but now for last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes, in the Kreen Temple's inner sanctum, with the crew all but victorious, the traitorous and corrupted Kreen elders had been reduced to a mere duo, both teetering near death. One made a last-ditch effort to smash the arcane giant's staff, but was struck down by Klik before he could manage it. Across the pit, the last council member grabbed hold of Gluck, the green Kreen teen, and threw them both into the depths below, determined, it would seem, to murder any teens within reach before he expired himself. As the two Kreen plummeted, struggling into the darkness, K.A.I flew in pursuit, hoping to catch Gluck as he fell. But the pit was too deep and too dark, and the perception checks were ass as Gluck fell to his death. He died. The likable NPC died from falling as K.A.I dove lower to look for Gluck's body. The crew above waited helplessly, hoping for their friends to emerge. Turning to the Clutch of Souls, the mysterious artifact that seemed to have corrupted the Kreen Council, Klik decided to do what any anxious player character would do, and touch the terrifying artifact with her hands. She failed her saving throw and fell under the spell of the Clutch of Souls. It's probably fine. Below, K.A.I reached the bottom of the pit, where he communed with the psychic center of the Kreen Clutch and experienced the singularity of all sources of magic. Communing and integrating with this powerful wellspring, he was able to summon the strength to revivify Gluck, restoring his spark of life. Back above, Moonboy tried to flick free Klik from the clutches of the clutch. Is magic. Wow, what happened here? Anyway, tried to free Klik from the clutches of the clutch's magic, but in so doing was drawn under its power as well. What does a Clutch of Souls actually do? Is it good? And what happens when a being of pure magical energy connects with an ancient, all-powerful nexus of magic? Nothing bad, right? I'm sure it's fine. Will it be fine? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
chat right now. I will be able to. Okay. All right. We're back. Here we go.
It's Klik.
So, Klik and Moonboy, your minds are siphoned into the clutch of souls. You can feel your consciousness slip away, and you know your physical body is fine, but you can feel yourselves just get pulled in.
Should we
it's
do
like
it
everything else.
real quick?
What's that? Yes, yes, absolutely. Your body doesn't move at all, but you all hear this from Moonboy.
We spiral downwards into a cat's butthole of a universe.
Funny enough, you see nothing but rapidly swirling colors all around you. You can see each other, but that's it. As you feel yourselves just into this thing, until out of the swirling colors is this big floating orb. The clutch of souls hovers in front of you. And in a loud booming voice that seems to come from all around, you hear it say, "What of our clutch do you wish to know?" And you just are both hovering there, just like nothing changes for a second. And if you don't respond, you hear again, "What of our clutch do you wish to know?"
This is how Rachel gets into carnival rides she's too short for, by the way. She puts on her cat as a fake mustache. And that somehow makes her taller.
Yeah. And you can feel just intrinsically that it is offering you some sort of information, because
the
you have
Moonboy
command with it.
kind of reflexively, without really thinking about it, in his kind of awe and terror, says, "The dragon! The dragon! I want to know why the dragon seeks Florial!"
Alrighty. And then, Klik, you see Moonboy just like sucked into the swirling color all around you and just seems to disappear. And then the orb still floating there says again, "What of our clutch do you wish to know?"
Klik kind of panics for a second as is trying to think of a question. She's like, I want to know how to intergalactic travel. I want to know how to travel really fast through the galaxy.
And you just feel yourself again like pulled into this swirling color. It's almost like falling from the sky, but you see thousands of scenes of daily life flashing all around you, until both of you find yourselves standing on a tree branch the size of a road and surrounded by roots and rocks. You recognize yourself. You recognize that you are in the underbelly of the planet garden, and you are standing in front of a shack that looks out of place, like it has been dropped by a tornado, and the roots all around it have grown over it. You, for some reason, you don't know why, but you know that this is the lost curio shop of Wicker the Wise, and it was said to be teleported into the depths of the planet garden after Wicker the Wise was fed up with the world. And Klik and Moonboy, you know everything about the lives of these bodies that you are inside of all of a sudden. In fact, you are them. You don't, for this moment, you don't remember your past lives. You are just acting as if you are these characters. And if you want to introduce your characters to the stream, tell us what we... Introduce your characters and tell us what we see here.
Yeah, you want to go first, Rachel?
Sure. Sure. I think she's showing off her face now. Sorry, guys. It's going.
Aw, she's the best.
She's happy you're home.
This sort of short, dark-haired human in long, like turquoise robes. Like they're all very sort of matching and bright colors. And she's shorter and she's a little plumper, so she got a round face and big pink cheeks and these big circle glasses. and the character that you were looking at is Eichly Amberkeep. And she is a bookish little human who's spent her life trying to document the stars and the portals inside. So she has been sent on the quest to make a map of the galaxy and of wild space, and try and put all of known wild space into a single map. But what she's really passionate about is basically creating a subway for wild space, creating easy and accessible intergalactic travel. Yeah.
Public transit for all to use. And just behind Eichly, you see this kind of towering, slender-looking Kreen, who's wrapped in these white robes, and you can see embroidered on these robes are little dragons everywhere, and you see that tucked in the waistband of this Kreen's pants, bug pants, are two kind of silver-tipped rods, these kind of wrought iron, what some people would recognize as monk weapons, which are very uncharacteristic of Kreen in general. As we know, they carry these very specialized weapons, and this guy does not have those. And this is the large and quite often very silent Kreen monk of the Ascendant Dragon School. Known as, his real name is Tipaz, but people just simply call him Mr. T. And he is obsessed with learning about dragons. He thinks that they are the true cosmic inheritors of the universe. He believes that peace and enlightenment can be found through observing even the destruction of dragons and their sometimes cruel ways. And he wants to specifically, he wants to understand what motivates dragons beyond power and greed. He thinks there is more.
All right, wonderful. So you two, I'm going to leave the scene here for you all. And there is this, this shack in front of you that just has been unceremoniously set down. And there's a broken wooden door that just kind of hangs askew at the front of it. And I'm going to leave it to you all to venture into this curio shop that you all both have the knowledge. You both have the information that powerful secrets that will answer your questions are hidden within this shop. And you don't know how exactly, but you can find them inside of there. It's been given to you on good authority. And so if you want to step into this first room, you can in any way that you like, but I'm going to hand this over to our first guest DM of the night, Aaron Urist. So Aaron Urist is going to take you through this space, but you
does good stuff.
Chat amongst yourself as you walk through. So whenever we're ready, we can throw Aaron in here. But if you two characters want to discuss how to approach while we switch over, you can.
Eichly is bent over and is all teal fabric and a big sort of bustling pile, and she's rifling through a big bag of scrolls and notes and books, and she's like, this must be the spot. I'm sure it's the spot. I had it written down before, but this has to be the one. Right, Mr. T? We followed the map exactly.
He goes, yeah, I guess we should be in the right place here.
Well, and she stands up and pushes her glasses up on her nose and straightens her. She doesn't have a full wizard hat. It's sort of like more of a nightcap, but she found it like wizardous. It's
the wizardiest thing at hand.
Yeah, and she moves her little like puffball from the front to the back and says, "Let's go then."
All right, lead on there.
She'll scoop up her big bag of scrolls and pull it over her backpack and sort of bustle into the first door.
Yeah, and Mr. T is kind of always at her shoulder.
Sure, I forgot. I've just been watching, forgetting that I'm supposed to do this. Inside there is just sort of what looks like it might have at one point been a shop, but it's just basically empty and dusty upon first glance.
Seems like nobody's been here in a while.
Well, I have to believe that my maps are up to date. I've been here fairly recently. I thought I had this marked as the spot, and she is digging through her own bag and kind of backs up into a table and knocks some dusty wares off of it.
Yeah, there's like a couple of pieces of furniture around, but you're on the customer side of a small shop basically, and there's like there's a counter, and then there's sort of more space on the other side.
Is there like a bell or like a service
I was gonna ask this
situation?
Nah, not that you can see. Although that would have been smart to design.
Knock knock. Hello. Anybody home?
Nothing.
Never known you to get us lost there. First time for everything, I suppose.
Eichel will attempt to jump the counter.
Sure. Yeah.
She's
you
about
don't have
5'2", and it is a laborious task.
Sure. You don't have to roll for that, but I'm sensing that you want to. So
Let's do it.
You can.
What is this? Is it an acrobatics check?
You roll
11.
whatever you want to try to use. 11? That's definitely enough. You're able to get over with. I mean, that's not especially deft, but you're able to clamber. It's more of a clamber.
Yeah, she moves sort of like a hamster.
Yeah, I kind of
just
roll
with all
my
of
eyes.
the robes and hats
boy.
and fluff.
I'll follow her over.
Yeah, as you climb over, you notice that there's one of those like hinged parts of the counter that just opens up. But yeah, you climb over, and in the back there's some empty shelves and a door that leads into, you would assume, like a closet of some kind.
The place seems picked over. I'll do some rifling just through what's on the counter, if there's any notes or...
I would like to press my ear to this door.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Kreen noob.
You got
You don't
it.
have ears.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Mr. T has big, weird ears.
Press one of your big George Bush ears to the door and make a perception check.
I blew it. 6.
Can't hear anything. Silent.
Hmm.
Am I making a perception check for rifling, or is that...
Sure, you can make an investigation check.
Oh, so much better. 12.
Sure, you look around the room, you sort of check the empty shelves, open a few drawers here and there. This place is empty. There's nothing in here.
Well, Mr. T, it does appear that I'm mistaken, although I don't really know how that's the case. Everything in my notes here is says we're at the right place. I don't understand.
Mr. T kind of looks at her and nods and goes, and throws this door open.
Okay, You throw the door open, and you can see on the other side of it, for a moment, there's just this sort of swirling maw of stars and light before you are drawn into it and no longer stand there, and the door comes closed with a sort of
Crap!
Well, it appears we're at least in the right place. Let's see what we got here. And I'll cast Detect Magic and do a bit of a look around.
Sure. You don't sense any magic in the room behind you, but behind that door, there's definitely a very strong magical presence of, I guess it would be conjuration magic.
So when the door slammed shut again?
Yeah, you were not there for that. You saw this crazy swirling something and were drawn into it, and
Right. Okay.
now you're doing another sort of teleportation freak out scene.
I'm in the teleportation.
Being drawn into another cat's butthole.
Oh, so is Mr. T gone?
He's gone.
Oh.
Mr. T is gone. You are alone
Mr.
in the
T?
room casting Detect Magic.
Mr. T.
I don't like to fly.
Mr. T? These Kreen, they're so quiet. You're not a very good bodyguard if I can't find you. Well, there's something seems to be behind this door, and she'll throw open the door.
You open the door, and you're also greeted with that same... You didn't necessarily get a great look at it when Mr. T opened the door. You just sort of heard the sound, and he was gone. Again, there's this swirling maw of light and darkness and stars and galaxies, and you are sucked into it with a little pop. And you are thankfully reunited on the other side of whatever that was with your old pal, Mr. T, and you're both standing at the base of a giant domed chamber. There's light coming in from some source at the very top of the dome, and it's illuminating parts of the chamber. What would you like to do?
My God. I think this must be the place.
Well,
by the way,
let's
it's
take a
okay if
look-see, shall we? And she'll clap her hands and cast the light cantrip.
Ooh.
Cool. You're casting light. So
Yeah,
are you casting it on a source, or are you just making like a little globule?
Can I make a globule between her hands?
Sure.
Let's,
definitely.
like a little, boop, we just want to see around.
Yeah, you conjure this little friendly lamp, and
Oh, yeah.
it
It's definitely
helps-
like a Disney Beauty and the Beast lamp.
Hell yeah.
Totally. And
Kind of hops
Yeah.
around.
it helps. The room is not dark, but there is sort of the most of the room is sort of dimly lit, like a daytime attic. You know, some of the light is coming through and casting bright light on spaces up across the domed walls of the chamber, but your little lantern helps illuminate some of the corners, and yeah, you have some light.
Well, I'll have you know, this is not what I expected. She's scribbling notes in her notebook and trying to track what where how big everything is and how we got there. Does she have any idea what kind of, if it was a portal that we fell through, or if it was like what kind of magic just happened?
Sure, make an Arcana check, just because we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I
Yeah,
could just tell you.
Let's do it. Let's see how good a whiz she is. 19.
19. You don't know necessarily the exact spells in play, but you
Excuse
feel
me.
pretty confident based on your research that this was a portal that you have passed through.
Okay, you're being an asshole now. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure where you are exactly, but you are certain that it is an entirely different place than where you were before.
Maybe you can try that hello thing again.
What, you mean saying hello out loud?
Yeah. I'd do it, but it's not really my style.
All right. Hey, howdy, hey. What's going on in here, guys? Hello?
Hi.
Your voice echoes through this enormous domed chamber, and you sort of follow the echoing of your voice up with your eyes and look around, and you can see that, I mean, this dome is enormous. It's well over 100 feet tall at its apex, at the ceiling where there's some sort of bright light pouring through, and you can see across the walls of this place, scattered here and there are these ledges. You can't necessarily see what's on all of the ledges, but there are these stone ledges across the sides of the chamber, and there's a couple of large, what look like stone spheres on the ground that are casting shadows from the light pouring through the ceiling.
Do I see anything else with Detect Magic up?
What's the range on Detect Magic?
Oh.
I think it's 30.
30 feet.
You sense that there is magic behind a door similar to the one that you came through, which looks sort of out of place for this area. It looks like you could probably get out the way you came in, but within 30 feet, you don't sense any more magic. Besides that.
So here's my guess, Mr. T. That this does appear to be another portal behind this door. I'm not sure how productive it would be. It's possible that this is a connected portal just to get us right back to where we started, which would put us sort of in a cul-de-sac of portals.
I see what you're saying. You want to get a raccoon and start sending them through the portals. I hear you loud and clear.
Not quite. I mean, it really does feel like there has to be a point down here. There's some light up at the top. I mean, there's nobody down here. But
Do we want to try to get up to the top there?
As you guys talk, I'd like to have you both make perception checks, please.
Critical fail.
Critical success.
Okay. Natural 20. With a critical success, you, what's your character's name, Rachel? Sorry.
Ikely.
Ikely, you are, oh, there it is. It's on the Twitch stream. Ikely, you are preoccupied with...
Oh, she has fallen into her bag of scrolls.
Yes, you are totally, between the high of having just gone through a portal, which is sort of your field of study, between that and just the sort of being overwhelmed with this new space and the thrill of the chase, you don't know what's going on. But Mr. T, you hear something, you hear movement, something shifting on one of these tall ledges above you.
I kind of hold up my hand to Ikely and I'm like,
Hang on. Something's moving.
I'll stop wriggling in my bag.
and I cry out,
Show yourself. Or else.
As you say that, you hear more of the same sort of shuffling movement that you heard, and then a brief silence before you hear wing beats, and emerging from on top of the sledge and flying, sort of soaring down towards the floor where you guys are standing, is an enormous white cat. And it lands quietly in the middle of the floor.
Skelly, get in here. Skelly.
It's at least 30 feet tall, even longer than that. a bright white Persian cat's face with this sort of elaborate headdress and two enormous eagle's wings protruding from its back, and it lands and it looks at you and it says, "Or else what, little one? What will you do?"
Forgive me.
That's what I thought.
I presume you're the proprietor of this place?
Ha! I wish. You wish. No, I'm not the proprietor. I'm a resident of this particular area, if you will. What is your business here in my home?
I kind of extend my hand to Eichel.
Yeah, she gathers up all of her bags and stands up, and it's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry that we intruded. You see, we were just looking for the House of Curios, and we opened a closet just looking for anybody really, and got sucked in here. Any idea? Is this a registered portal you have that dropped us off into your home?"
I don't know. It's not my portal, and the curio shop of Wicker the Wise is closed until further notice. I don't know how you got in here, but I'm afraid the way forward is closed.
Mr. T is going to step in front of Eichel and is like,
I apologized for barging into your home, but we've come a long way here, and we are not leaving without getting in to the curio shop of Wicker the Wise.
Well, those two things are at odds with each other. I mean, you don't have to leave. You're free. You're welcome to remain here in my glorious presence for as long as you wish. But the way forward is closed.
On what occasion is the shop closed? Is it a special holiday? Can we come back tomorrow? Is there somebody we can call? I looked it up. I just hadn't heard about any closings in the shop.
Yes, well, I'm not sure. It's not my department to post the hours of the shop and its openings and closings, but the curio isn't here, and that means that the shop is closed.
No. Well, that makes sense. Any idea where he got off to?
I couldn't say. I couldn't speak to his comings and goings. And she's sort of this creature has stopped regarding you intently and is sort of padding her way throughout this enormous area. She sort of bats at one of these enormous stone balls the size of several people, and kind of stretches a little bit before setting herself down in the middle of the room.
Well, I'd hate to intrude. We're just, we've really worked hard to be here, and we there's just so much knowledge, we're hoping to gain from
Yes.
the Wicker, of course.
A great deal of knowledge, indeed.
You're being a wonderful custodian in his stead, of course, but
Thank you.
We were hoping for more than just a game of ball. I'm not.
Those balls are mine. Do not touch them.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Do not presume to play with these balls. They belong to me.
You better, if you don't want us to play with these balls, you better start playing ball then, friend.
Listen.
Oh, yes. Yes. I will play with these balls if you don't tell us what we need to know.
Don't do it.
I will.
I could do it.
Do not.
I will play with them.
I
so
insist
hard,
that you do not play with the
I'll
balls.
wreck them
Unhand
all up.
them.
You better tell us.
I'm gonna summon a
counterpoint.
mage
If you do
hand.
play with the balls, then you'll never get in. But you won't anyway because we're closed.
Listen.
I'll summon a mage hand and just do one of these, like I'm not touching you.
Do
things
not.
with the mage hand.
Do not.
She's not touching anything.
I'm not touching
Do
it.
not touch
though.
it.
I'm not. I could.
All right,
I could
all
at
right.
any
Everybody just
moment.
stop. Everyone stop.
Mage Hand can't move the weight of these balls. You and I both know it.
Look, we're not getting anywhere. You want us to get out of your hair, your beautiful coat,
Thank you. Yes,
and we want...
quite. She seems to like it when she stretches a little bit more luxuriously.
And we simply wish to do just that, eh? We want to get out of here and meet with Wicker. And the sooner you cooperate, the sooner we can get out of here. And you can get back to cleaning your... It really is a lovely coat and the headdress.
Thank you.
As
But
well,
I'm
when you were
afraid
coming down, I thought you were a dragon at first.
I'm
not
just...
gonna lie.
I'm simply doing my task the way it, to the letter, the way that I'm fulfilling my obligations to Wicker the Wise, and that includes not letting anyone through unless they meet parameters.
It's a shame that Wicker would put a creature such as you in this sort of menial task. You know, you're down here all by yourself, and there's
Like you
just
should
no
be
one
out
to.
there showing off all of this, flying around, soaring, all majestic.
Listen, I'm an all-powerful Sphinx. You can go and try that shit on a white dragon or something, but I know what the deal is. All right?
I don't know.
Not going to flatter your way through these doors. May I tell you? No, indeed.
All right,
Oh, I
well,
just can't.
way I see
Is a bellboy the like a position for a sphinx such as yourself? That's
nice.
You're still doing it, and it's annoying, but it's not going to work. I'm not a bellboy. I'm a guardian of secret knowledge.
Listen, what are the parameters, fella?
Well, I can tell you that part of the parameters is certainly not revealing the parameters to people who seek passage. She seems to be enjoying herself.
I can tell.
But what do I have in here that I could could help out the situation?
Well, I gotta...
You're welcome, as I said, to remain for as long as you would like. I have all manner of tasks
there-
you could perform.
Is there like a door beyond this creature?
Make a perception check.
I shall. Ooh, 8.
8. You do not see any doors in this room besides the one you came through. Nor, in fact, do you see any real features to the room beyond the large stone spheres and the ledges. And a few sort of velvet ropes that hang from the ceiling.
I kind of turn to Klik and whisper under my breath, like,
Got a couple of... I got these, 2 keys in my pockets.
and he grabs his weapons and he's like,
We could crack her around a little bit.
Oh, something tells me battling a sphinx isn't the way to get let through.
I
we've
wouldn't
gotta prove
recommend it.
ourselves.
Well,
We-
this
we-
is under
we have
this is
to-
under my breath, a sphinx.
It would certainly be boring.
We have to honor the task at hand. We have to prove that we're worthy to meet Wicker of the Wise. I'm
I
happy.
assure you that you are not, and there's no way to prove that you are.
I have performed a number of presentations that I could give you about my plan for the future of transportation in wild space. I really think that public transportation is an important thing that we're not really thinking about. It would really make wild space a lot smaller, and make everybody a lot closer together. I think it would really bring two people together if we could just visit the other side of the galaxy whenever we wanted. And so that's an important project that I'm working on. She just rifles through her bag, pulling out like plans and drawings. We really have a lot of questions for Wicker specifically on how to get this done. I've been studying this for a long time.
And I agree.
Listen, I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, but
All right. Well, tell me this. Does that door we came through back there? Does that door just go to the two places?
the one you came through there?
Right.
I couldn't say. I've never been through it.
All right. I'm gonna try something real quick. If I'm not back in 30 seconds, Akeley, I need you to follow me, all right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You're just gonna go back through the door?
I'm gonna go back through the door there.
All right.
And he walks over to the door and swings it open.
You grasp the handle and pull, and it does not budge. Appears to be locked.
I am okay. I'm going to try to walk the circumference of this room, looking
Sure.
for a door.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't mention that we were trapped down here. It seemed more like an open invitation, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. Are we trapped down here?
I wouldn't say that you're trapped, but yes. Yes, you might be slightly trapped.
Well,
I'm certain that there's some sort of key back the way that you came inside of the shop, but I'm afraid that, as I've said, the way is closed.
some sort of key back the way we came. Well, let's see if we can get back the way we came. I'll turn back to the door, and I will cast Knock.
Okay.
Does that work? Now, another object that contains a mundane or magical means prevents access.
Let me look up this spell.
Yeah, I had to look it up too.
Hell yeah.
Choose an object you see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, padlock. Another object contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access.
Very good.
Okay. You reach out with your magic to cast the knock spell, and it appears the door does not open, but you feel like the spell doesn't connect, like some core element of the criteria of the spell is not being met. You can make an Arcana check
Sure.
if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'll make an Arcana check. Sure. Let's see if we can roll higher than a 10. Critical fail.
Oh no.
It's not working.
Yep.
You're not
How
sure
about
why.
me? Am I finding anything around?
You attempt to cast the spell to open magical locks, but you are thwarted and left standing frustrated in this chamber.
Well, golly, if that isn't annoying. Let's try something else, huh? Fireball.
You cast Fireball?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you back up first?
Yeah.
All right. You fling out this little mote of fire, which flies towards the door and explodes, and leaves some char on the sort of walls around the door, but the door appears untouched. This is taking longer than I anticipated.
Am I finding
Well, I
anything
don't
in
know
my
what to do.
circumference check of the room?
Yeah, you're walking around the room. You can't. The Sphinx is eyeing you, sort of casually.
The whole time I'm just saying,
You know that we could already be gone, Sphinxy. You just didn't want to help us. We tried to play nice. We tried to play mean. You know, there's just no way of persuading you.
It's not an issue of not wanting to help you, but
Well, give me a lick here, and I'll stop looking for. Is this a door? What's that?
I'm picking up
don't touch
mugs
that.
and
Stop.
knocking over.
That's mine.
Looking under stones.
Make a persuasion check.
As you walk around, I'm sending the little lamp just floating, like bouncing along behind you.
That is going to be pretty much a failure, but So I've rolled a 12. My charisma is -1, so it's an 11. However, I use my Draconic Presence.
Okay,
Which,
what does that do?
As I sense this creature beginning to kind of open up to us, beginning to, let's say, entertain the idea of giving us some sort of information, Mr. T locks onto her immediately, straight in the eyes, and she has never seen a more beautiful or resplendent being. He shines with all of the majesty of the old dragons that he has studied, their charisma, their splendor, and he says,
We only wish to help.
and I get to roll this persuasion check until it passes.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
Great.
Roll it again.
Okay. That was a 12. That's a 9. That's a 15. 2, 7, 2, 15, 8, 17.
17.
Well, 16 because I have a -1.
Okay, that's still enough.
Okay, 18. I've rolled.
Eichel, you watch as Mr. T sort of gives this little speech to the Sphinx, and they make this long, awkward eye contact for probably upwards of 2 minutes, as Mr. T sort of is exerting himself and his presence until eventually the Sphinx sort of goes, all right, fine, listen, I can't just let you through, but I am bound by a certain number of parameters by which a creature might be granted access to the chamber. It's part of my contract. I can't just tell you what it is, but there you are.
I'm going to walk back over to Eichel and be like,
I don't know, I can't do anything with this asshole. Listen, what do you know about sphinxes, is it like a riddle me this, kinda?
I mean, I don't
Seems to
what do I know
have
about
there's
sphinxes.
some parameters, or I can't do anything with them.
You guys can both roll. You can roll whatever skill, whatever knowledge skill you think you might use to bring up some knowledge about sphinxes.
Sphinxes.
And
could I argue
their lives as guardians?
Could I argue a survival check?
I'll do a history check.
Okay, history is fine. Sure, you can roll survival, and we'll see what kind of answer you get.
22.
1.
22. Survival yields nothing.
I don't know how to extract any
big.
poison from this
Yes. Mm-hmm. 22 history. You've read stories about sphinxes bound as guardians who are sworn to grant passage if the passer can answer the Sphinx's riddle.
Oh, crap, I suppose now that you're saying it, I knew that. I've heard about that. You ask him what the riddle is.
Yeah.
Make a big deal out of it, though.
Okay. Well, great Sphinx.
That's good.
What's your
Yes.
name?
My name?
Yeah. What do you go by?
Yes. My name is Empress Pierogi, guardian of this place.
Well, Empress, I've heard. Perhaps we can pass your test. Is
Test?
there?
What? There's no.
Yes. That often,
No, I'm not aware of any. No,
if we knew
There's like a rhyme
the
or
riddle
something.
or
Riddle,
the question
Ugh.
or you keep saying parameters, but that, see, we really need it spelled out. We're sort of literal types.
I hate riddles.
Oh. That's
But-
tough. Well, I'm sorry to have assumed. You know, I've just read and.
I'm afraid. If you insist. But perhaps you don't. I don't know.
Oh, great Sphinx, we insist. Tell us your riddle, and we'll answer this.
I don't think it has to rhyme. She said she didn't. She
Ah,
didn't
ah,
like.
see, they're rhyming.
No, your thing doesn't need to rhyme. I guess mine. Never mind. Riddles are stupid. All right. It's the worst part of the job.
But it's part
Let
of the
me
job.
hang on. Let me pull out my phone and look at the riddles that I stole from the internet. First, a joke one. One knight likes big butts and cannot lie. The other knight likes big butts and cannot tell the truth. How will you escape their dungeon? All right, here we are.
Empress.
That's not the real riddle. I was just... It's a little Sphinx joke.
Boy.
The Sphinx looks at you in the air, and the air in this place grows stiller as she begins to speak, like some strange magic is being woven with her words.
Crap.
And Empress Pierogi, guardian of the lost curio shop of the Wicker the Wise, looks down at you and says, "What does man love more than life, hate more than death or mortal strife? That which contented men desire, the poor have, the rich require. The miser spends, the spendthrift saves, and all men carry to their graves."
One more time, if you would.
Fine.
Doing a lot of rhyming for a fellow who says doesn't like to rhyme.
This one rhymes, all right?
All right, I'm just.
It's part of the job. Listen, I don't write the riddles. I guess. Apparently, that's canon now. I have them from my Laffy Taffy.
What they get?
What does?
Do you pay for riddles? Do you
No,
get them
no, I
freelanced
don't pay
out?
for them. There's a look. It doesn't matter.
She's getting them from that phone thing. I want that.
Yes.
Oh.
What does man love more than life, hate more than death or mortal strife? That which contented man desire, the poor have, the rich require. The miser spends, the spendthrift saves, and all men carry to their graves.
The Mr. T, the pretty stupid, the often very dumb and rash,
Says, "Oh my God, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Nothing."
Oh,
you-
that makes sense.
As you say the word nothing, you can feel the magic that was sort of growing taut as the Sphinx read you this riddle break. And it feels like a sense of relief falls over you. And the Sphinx goes, "Ugh, fine." He's still not in there, though. And she gestures casually towards the far wall across from the door you came through. And you see a pattern of light traces across the wall in a rectangular shape. And suddenly there's an open door standing before you.
Oh, see, we should have just asked for the riddle, but I didn't want to be like presumptuous.
She didn't
you
seem
know?
like that, like a riddling type. And I gotta say, Princess
Thank you,
Pierogi,
Empress.
You're welcome.
Pick
Look,
up all
go
my
do
bed
whatever
bags.
you need to do and just say hi to the Vicuses for me, and
Oh, who are the
I'll see you on the other
Vicuses?
side. Bye! And that's where we'll go to break. Probably.
Amazing.
Probably,
Amazing.
maybe. Bye. I like
Bye.
your
Oh
riddle.
my gosh.
I know it seems cheesy, but I genuinely enjoyed it.
It was a good version of that. I've heard all the pieces individually, but I've never heard it all poemed up like that.
Yeah, it was nice. You should really try some more riddles. It suits you.
Thank you.
Younger Josh Brolin. Okay.
All ligaments, baby.
I'm as old as younger Josh Brolin.
He's a shaman.
Thank you. That's so helpful.
You know,
We're back, and we've
like
established that
slightly
Jordan's
younger
character is-
Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Are we really back?
Yeah, we're really back, and we've established that Jordan's
classic.
character.
been
Jordan's
told
character
I
is
resemble
Josh,
a young-
hot Josh Brolin.
Hot
Old
younger
Josh
Josh Brolin. Perfect. Hey everyone, I'm Andrew. I'm taking over for the second half of this adventure. I had so much fun watching the first half. Now I get to not have any more fun and run the game.
No more
just
fun.
kidding. Just kidding.
Welcome to my world.
Andrew Ovredahl bit Aaron, and now Aaron has transformed into Andrew.
But don't worry, I'm Andrew off camera, and Andrew's me.
Yep. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Great. So let's get right into it. So we can land this plane on time. You all walked through the door that Memphis Pierogi unlocked for you, and you walk into a study.
Did you say Memphis for
Did you say Memphis?
What was the name?
Empress.
Empress Pierogi. Oh, I thought you said Memphis.
Holy shit, Memphis Pierogi is an incredible pimp.
Memphis is an Egyptian.
Just like a weird Polish pimp.
I thought
like
Memphis because it
Taking
is
a page out of.
Wow.
Sounds like
Okay.
something they do to you in prison.
Hang on, I'm changing it.
Memphis.
Pierogi. I apologize. Okay, you walked in the door.
Memphis
that
Pierogi
Empress-
definitely gave me food poisoning one time.
For sure. Something a bully does to you.
Here we go.
Um,
God damn it.
no, I have a newfound appreciation for Harlan
Empress.
trying to run this game. It's impossible.
Wait, Andrew, say my thing. Say my thing.
What's your thing?
Oh, I'll do it for you. Don't worry. Stop being funny. Andrew has D&D to do. Okay.
There it
Okay.
is.
Ding
Thank
dong.
you. You walk through the door that Empress Pierogi opened into a dim study. And immediately as you walk in and the door closes behind you with a resounding click, you could tell you are in a different place. This is a well-appointed study. The ceilings are large and vaulted, perhaps 25 feet high. You can just tell by the woodwork this is a room in a very nice, very large estate. The furniture is a bit askew and draped with sheets. You can see just standing in the doorway, the table to your right. It looks like it's a large wooden desk. It's sort of littered with star charts and various thick books. Looks like perhaps logs of voyages. And you can see to your left there are very high bookshelves that kind of extend and wrap around the room. And in the middle, kind of breaking up those bookshelves, is a hulking suit of black armor. It's holding a Zweihander sword, kind of like in like a very formal position with the point down. And to you, in the dim light opposite in the room, you can see that there is another door and a large unlit fireplace. The only light in this study is coming from flickering lanterns that are on the wall. Right off the bat here, both of you give me a Constitution saving throw. There's this
Great.
chill. There's a chill that kind of
Nice.
seeps in.
Are you kidding me?
You can
Oh
feel
wait,
it in
no,
your
that's a
teeth
7.
and in the marrow of your bones.
Dirty 20.
Great.
9.
9. So Klik, you give it this like involuntary sort of sigh comes out of you, almost as if you're winded, although nothing hits you and you don't feel winded, but you just feel this weariness. And Mr. T, in this dim light, you can see your companion as she turns to you, and various strands of her hair are white. And Klik, you have aged 6 years. You are 6 years older than you were before you walked through that door.
Okay. So she is.
You look good there, Akeley.
What?
I don't
Look
know,
at
you
this.
Kind of distinguished, like almost like a younger old Josh Groden. Brolin. What is his name? I never remember.
Man, I don't feel better, I'll tell you that. I feel tired. My knees just, as soon as I walk through the door, boom, gone.
I felt that
His
too.
bag is too big. But she definitely starts like just reading the sides of books and sort of pulling books out and is like just taking a peek through the stranger's library.
Felt that too.
Great. And how about you, Mr. T? The same?
Skeleton fart blew through the room there.
He's gonna at this kind of, he doesn't know what it is, but he knows that something fishy just happened, and he's going to draw out swing swing these two kind of silver batons. Beyond they're called. It is a monk weapon that's kind of just two badass billy clubs, and these ones are made out of iron, and they have dragons kind of. They look like dragons, twisted heads at the end of them. And he's gonna walk up to this.
Mr. T, there's no reason for that. It's a library, clearly. Like, relax.
I made the choice with the dragons before I got here.
And he's gonna walk up and inspect this armor suit thing.
Great. So how about you both can give me perception rolls as you're taking in these respective ingredients. Ingredients? No, that's not what they are.
Boy.
Good things.
I mean, they could be. They could be.
10.
A 10? Well,
I got a 1.
ooh, okay.
We're a bunch of idiots. What is
There's
wrong?
nothing. You can't even read the spine of a book, you idiot.
Asshole.
No, the DC was low for Eichly. You could tell that there are numerous books on navigating wild space, on Spelljammer, ships. There's other books as well. It seems like the reader had various interests, but clearly a lot of Spelljammer history and spacefaring history. And Mr. T is
wow, this library really seems to be sort of tailor-made for me. It's almost as if it's a trap, but look at this. Look at this, Mr. T. You gotta
he turns
see
around.
this.
He's talking back to her the whole time. He's like,
I think we'd spot a trap if one was coming. There, we're pretty perceptive.
And Mr. T, as you approach that armor, you can see it's polished black armor, and it has this like silver filigree inlaid into it that is sort of hammered into these kind of circular patterns. But you can't, with that roll that you made, they mean nothing. They mean nothing to you. But as you two kind of chat with each other, you hear an ice-cold voice from the far corner of the room call out, "So you've come to pilfer the remains of our estates?"
Yeah. Oh, no pilfering, just reading, really, research. You have a great collection.
And you can see almost, it's like a shadow across the room rises from one of the covered armchairs, and it almost looks like a trick of the light. You're like, oh, there's not a person there, but then you realize that you can see right through her. It's a woman. She looks like she's a human woman. She looks like she's perhaps around 50 years old, with sort of pinched features and kind of dressed in kind of like a fine noble's dress, cinched with like 3 belts. And she's just sort of like regarding you all, and then she hisses, "See them out, why don't you, my love?" And behind you, Mr. T, you hear like a creak of metal on metal as the armor almost looks like it falls, but then you realize it falls into shape of like a large person inside of it, and the helmet like tilts. You can see the helmet is empty. You can see the blackness in it, but it sort of like tilts on a neck that isn't there, and sort of like brings its sword up with a creak up above you, and both of you can roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Jeepers creepers, Mr. T.
Jeepers creepers indeed. This is very Scooby-Doo. This got spooky fast.
17 for me.
13?
13.
Yes, 13.
For Mr. T.
Yeah.
Sweet. Aikley, you're up first. Mr. T, you're on deck.
Great.
Sure.
I have Mr. T basically 10 feet away from this armor, and Aikley, you're kind of down in this lower left corner.
Sorry, I'm looking up some spells here. I'll shoot. Well, we're gonna try to do something. What does this do? Does this count as a humanoid? Sure. I'll cast Crown of Madness.
Yeah.
And I'll give him a hat. Be like, Madness! She just tries to, so that drops the concentration on detect magic, and she will try to, so it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed for a minute.
Cool. And I'm sorry, which of these two?
I'll hit a humanoid. They're both humanoid-ish, right?
Do you want to, you could give me a roll, an Arcana roll, perhaps?
Yeah, let's do an Arcana roll. I know nothing here. Boy, yeah, by 14. I cannot roll over 10. It's just...
yeah, you're not sure if it would work, but which one do you want to hit them with?
I'll put it on the ghost lady. Oh, you know what? Let's not. Let's just do a magic missile, and I'll shoot at the suit of armor. Sorry, guys. Long week.
I mean, to be fair, also you are playing a character you have never played before.
I have never played a
You're
wizard,
also
and
playing
there's a list of it's like
You're
I
not
don't
allowed
know.
to beat yourself up. You're doing a great job.
yeah. So we're gonna look up magic missile. Give me a second.
Hell yeah.
And I make an attack roll and add my spellcasting modifier, right? Hello, please look up.
I believe so. I haven't used Magic Missile in
Magic Missile automatically
forever. I think it just automatically. Yeah, it just automatically
Yeah, it
hits
does.
whoever
It
you're
is
shooting.
Well,
spell.
great. So I just roll damage? Sure. 3d4? 1d4
Oh, yeah.
plus 1. 4. And I do 3 of them? Yeah. So she just like, and like 3 little missiles just pew, like at this big thing. So it's 4, and 5. So, oh, go boy. 14?
Cool.
Right?
And that was
Yeah.
on the ghostly lady, correct?
No, on the guy with the sword.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, they kind of slam into it, and the clanging of metal, almost as if the pieces of this armor are going to fly off, but instead of flying off, they all kind of like reassemble around a shape that isn't there.
She'll kind of go and run away as far as she can into the corner behind any. She'd crawl under a sheeted table.
Cool. Yeah, I would say that large desk with the star charts and stuff
Yeah,
would
that's
probably
fine.
be
Yeah.
All right, Mr. T, you're up.
Okay, yeah, I just want to check one thing here. Channel destructive waves of energy. When you take the attack action, you can replace one of those attacks. Very cool. Okay, Wave of the Ascendant Dragon is pretty cool, as evidenced by Mr. T, this kind of giant silver-colored Kreen, almost mottled like black and white, like you see those grasshoppers sometimes. Kind of steps toward this suit of armor with these two kind of short maces that he has, and is going to strike 3 times very fast. Once with this beyond, whang! Once with the palm of his hand, and once with the palm of his other hand, and we'll see how many of these hit.
Sweet. And just for my knowledge, are your weapons magical or are they just metal?
Just metal.
Great.
Great to know that, though. God damn it. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's going to be a natural 1. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That one will hit.
And that's going to be a 16 to hit.
That one will miss. So one of them hits, the second one?
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to say that was the Beyond, and I am going to that was spending 1 key point for the flurry of blows, which unfortunately missed. I am going to turn this attack, replace one of the attacks with an exhalation of draconic energy in either a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Your choice. Choose damage type: acid, cold, fire, lightning. I would like this to be lightning, and I would like each creature in that area to make a dexterity saving throw. And I am going to make it a line that goes through the armor guy straight to the scary lady.
Love it. So they're both.
So I would like both of them to make dex.
Great.
And
what are they trying to beat?
You're trying to beat. Give me just 1 second. 13.
Cool. The armor failed, and so did the.
Awesome.
Spectral lady.
Great. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the armor takes 7 damage from the strike. Taking damage of the chosen type equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. Okay. Whoops. So 3, 4. Hilarious.
They each take 4?
Yeah, 4 each lightning damage.
Cool. So yeah, this like awesome horizontal blast of lightning cuts through the room.
And I think
is that your turn?
I think even off of the strike, it looks like a freaking dragon striking through them. Yeah, that's my turn.
Nice. I love this guy. This is like Kreen that would wear one of those oversized polyester dragon print shirts. I love it.
Oh hell yeah!
I've seen this. I think I've seen this Kreen at the Colorado Mills Mall.
He's the edgiest.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Cool. This spectral woman kind of effortlessly glides across the floor over to you, Mr. T, and she comes so close to you that like part of her is like in your body, like she's like right up on you, and you hear her whisper like, "Tricks, good. I love tricks." Give me a charisma saving throw.
Ow. This dice has been so cruel to me. 6.
It's a DC 13. What's that?
6.
Okay. You feel this like chill presence as like your muscles kind of slacken, and you can't see the ghost anymore, and you no longer have possession of your body, as you are now possessed by the ghost.
Bummer.
You feel the super chill presence.
Super chill presence, yeah, but like a bad chill,
Yeah,
not a good chill. Cool. The armor is going to lumber across the room, stalking, Ikely dragging its massive longsword behind it. The tip is just kind of etching out this like groove in the wood of the floor as it like tromps across the floor, like. And it will use its action to dash to continue moving. But you can see from your hiding spot under that heavy desk, Ikely, you can see that it is basically 10 feet away, just kind of on the outside of that desk, sort of regarding the corner that you're in. Which brings us back to the top of the order with you, Eichling.
I have no...
And I will say, from your vantage point, you saw all these things happen. You saw the woman glide over, and you saw her kind of stand right next to your Kreen companion, and then she disappeared, and there's something very off about your companion.
Yeah. I don't have any way to, like, chill it out. So is this? Otherwise...
Do you have to spell?
No.
You could try the old just bonk him on the head.
Yeah, that's kind of the option I have at this point. I'm sorry, my PDF thing is not behaving. Magic armor. Okay. We're gonna... I think we just cast Magic Missile again, and I'll shoot one at, Mr. T, and I'll shoot 2 at the guy in armor.
Great. Mr. T, what's your current hit points?
38.
Oh my god. I am gonna die? Like, I don't know what to do. I dealt 5 to Mr. T, 5 and 3, so 8 to the guy in armor. Okay. And we're gonna run away, just to try to run around.
Kiting, I believe they call that.
Yeah,
I did tell Andrew he could kill these characters, just so you know.
I mean, I have...
You said you wanted to move again? Is that what you said?
Yes. Just as far away as I can get would be ideal.
Cool. Maybe toward the fireplace you could move. Your movement speed is 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you could kind of move your way. There's various luxurious armchairs covered in sheets that you can kind of
We're doing one of those where there's a chair in the middle and you're kind of like... You're each trying to figure out which way to go. Anyway,
I love it. Mr. T, it is your turn. You are still aware. You are still in your body in terms of awareness. However, you have no control over it. So you don't get a save on your turn, but I will give you a turn if there's any, like, reaction or thought that you have as you are...
My thought is... Oh, crap! And he thinks briefly that if a dragon could see him right now, he wouldn't be very dragonly, and they'd be very disappointed in him. And did that damage do anything to snap him out of it?
It did not.
Okay.
You only dimly were aware that you even received the damage. Like, you could kind of like feel the force impact of the magic missile, but you only it was kind of like removed from you.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. So now it is the ghost. What's your movement speed, my Kreen friend?
30.
30 feet?
Yes.
Jordan, you have 40 feet of movement because you're a monk.
Oh, how do you like that? 40.
Great. Jordan, I'm gonna have you roll these because you have all the stats. So your Kreen companion comes through the gloom, Eichling, and he will make a whatever your baton attack is. You'll try to hit Eichling with one of your batons.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. And now it is this armor's turn. It will turn and lumber over, and it will easily just like kind of move the chair aside, just with like its bulk. The chair kind of tumbles over, and it's going to swing its two-handed sword at you, Eichling. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Nice. All right. Nice. It swings its massive sword and just kind of cleaves the chair in two, splits the leather, and the brass buttons kind of go flying, and the stuffing comes out of it. And now it is your turn, Eikley, with these two looming monstrosities over you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. T.
It's okay.
Hang on. Are they within 20 feet of each other?
They are right next to each other and right next to you.
Can I get back away from them at all?
They would both get an opportunity attack, I think, based on how they moved into melee range.
Okay. I took no damage from the Kreen?
No,
from the Kreen and the armor? Wow.
He rolled a 1, and then the...
yeah. Okay.
Despite the sweet sword.
Yeah. I mean, is there a way I can cast Fireball without
I'm still rolling
fireballing
Flute's
myself?
dice. I might be running the adventure. I'm still running Flute's dice.
Is there a way I can Fireball with those two in it and not me?
Yeah, there's always ways, I think, to
get
not cheese, but to
try not to blow myself
spell.
up would be great.
Aim.
We're gonna we're gonna try not to blow ourselves up. And I'll cast Fireball and hit my friend and
Great.
this
They
guy.
have to make dexterity saving throws, correct?
Dex throws, yeah.
Cool. The armor will critically fail, and you can roll your own. Mr. T, roll your own dex, even though you're
10.
That does not save. Okay, so 6, 11.
I'm gonna say the armor doesn't even try it with that critical fail.
16.
It doesn't even like. You could see that it's not
17.
made for that. It just kind of like stands there.
21.
Hell yeah.
25.
Wow.
I mean, I rolled pretty
baby.
well. A target takes 8d6 on a failed save, so 25. Boy.
Cool.
This is-
I have 8
so-
hit points left.
Okay,
Alright.
that's getting closer.
I mean, listen,
yeah,
I'm trying to kill
Get
you.
him,
You gotta
Andrew.
do what you gotta do.
Get him.
Yeah.
This fireball blasts into the room, and the armor just crumples into kind of a smoldering heap. The rug around it catches fire. Various books are now on fire. As there's this. What is the diameter of fireball again?
20 feet.
20 feet, yeah. So there's like this kind of 20-foot fire that's kind of starting up here in the study.
She panics, does not like burning books, especially with all the books she wanted to steal.
Mr. T, make an attack on your friend Eikley with your baton.
Jeez, 19.
That'll hit.
Yeah. It's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Yep, 7 it is.
Cool. And what are you at now, Eikley?
That is my first hit, so I go to 25.
Cool. Great. Your turn, Eikley.
Okay, what is the... My God, why is this working so badly? I guess I could, You said you had 8 left. I'm gonna use... What does Ray of Frost do? Hang on. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Yeah, okay, we're just gonna use Firebolt. And I'm gonna just blast them. So I roll a d20, and oh my god, it's a 10. All done. Is this a... Save attack. I don't know if I have any bonus actions. Stop reloading. Oh my god. This is freaking out. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can
the curse
do.
of a spellcaster, Rachel. like a spell. Every time Jordan is like, wait, hold on, I messed up my thing, and I have to look at all of my spells that I have right now.
Well, my PDF, it keeps loading and reloading and loading and reloading, so I can only, it just keeps blinking my whole spell list. And it's very difficult to read, especially when you don't know how any of them work. So that is, I think, all I can do. I don't see any bonus.
And I'm sorry, how much was the damage? Did you tell me?
I didn't hit.
Oh, you missed with the fireball? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I rolled a 10.
Mr. T, roll that baton as you mindlessly...
Roll that beautiful baton footage.
And it's not even, you know that you have this, like, monk-like, fluid fighting style, and that is not on display here, as you just sort of crudely, like a child's toy, being, like, maliciously used against someone, or just kind of, like, striking out with your baton.
That is a 9 to hit.
It does not hit.
Great.
All right, Ickley, your turn.
Just be like, ah! Mr. T! Stop!
You see in his eyes that this is not your friend, Mr. T.
Yeah, and she will fire blast him again. We will. That is a 17 to hit.
Does it?
Well, nice. Alright, I roll a d10. This one.
Quickly.
I do.
Me.
I'm trying. Against on a hit, it takes 1d10. Fire rate is 7.
Oh, I have 1 hit point left.
Yes, you've just been like rocking your companion and, dare I say, bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
With
Stop
this
it.
fire magic.
No.
His exoskeleton is kind of smoldering in various places. Mr. T, give me that attack roll on your companion.
Ooh, that's gonna be 15 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, no, that's wrong. 13 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's 9 damage.
Okay, I go to a 16.
All right, Ickley.
Okay.
In the temple.
Please hit on this one. Okay, that's good. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And we'll roll a d10. And it's a 5. So 5 fire damage.
Cool. So yeah, there's a blast of fire, and Mr. T just collapses unconscious to the ground, and from his crumpled Kreen body, that woman's kind of spectral form rises up with just like a cruel smirk on her face.
I'm sorry.
And as she looks at you, her face changes. Her like skin begins to sort of sag, and her eyes seem to kind of widen and go black. And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, we're bad at this. I
DC
believe it's an exact
13.
I just rolled a 12. Do I have a modifier? Oh wait, it's a saving throw.
Yeah.
It is a saving throw.
15.
Yes.
Nice. So you can see as she was sort of like giving you her full ghost visage, and you've just been attacked by your bodyguard, which is like disconcerting enough, and you managed to not let it affect you, and so you are not afraid. Which brings us back to you, Ickley.
So I have to attack this ghost, huh? I don't have any healing spells, I don't think. But is there something I can do to stabilize my friend? I guess it just probably won't help.
Honestly, I got some rolls.
medicine
I would
check.
say try to take this monster
Yeah,
out and then worry
let's-
about me.
All right. Well, we'll just firebolt this lady. That is a dirty 20 to hit. Yeah. Is that a D10? No. 10. Whoa. 10
Fuck yeah.
fire.
Yeah. Did you roll 10 on the dice?
Yeah.
So it'll be 10
There's no
plus.
modifier on firebolt.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's just a D10.
Very cool.
Cool. Give me a perception roll.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
God, it's so bad. 2 plus something. Ow, Scully. Perception, what?
Meanwhile,
what is
Mr. T, give me a death saving roll.
it?
You got
just,
it.
Just 2.
I failed it.
2. Cool. All right. This ghost will reach out her hand and kind of run it. It's like through your face, Ikley. It just passes through. You don't feel the
Neat.
touch, but it feels cold. And I would assume, let me ask, does a 23 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
That almost twice hits.
You're gonna take 12 necrotic damage.
Alright. Why is this blinking? Stop blinking. I go to 4.
Oh.
Cool. Mr. T, give me a death saving throw. Or no, we're
No, it's my
back
turn,
to
right?
the. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, do I have any thing that does more damage? I don't think so. Not anymore. Yeah, I will use Firebolt again.
Cool.
That is 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Ah! That does 4 fire damage.
All right. Give me that death save, Mr. T.
Death save from Mr. T. What is it? Plus Constitution?
I
Or is
believe
it
it's
just-
just a roll, and
It's just a roll.
Yeah, and it's a D20, and it's either
I failed.
above 10. You have 2 failures? Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna die right now.
Sorry, 1 second. Just a 23 hits you again, correct, Ikley?
Oh yeah.
She's going to again run her hand through you for 11 necrotic damage.
That incapacitates me.
As you fall kind of next to your Kreen friend in the study, burns. And the ghost turns as you are both unconscious and glides over to the crumpled armor, and she kind of falls to her knees next to it, and she's cradling the helmet in her hands, and you can hear what sounds kind of like a ragged weeping. She's holding this helmet. But then you hear from behind the double doors, there's like a hard like smash against it, like, and you can kind of hear like the lock jangle, and it like it crunches in again, and you can see like dust coming out of the hinges, and then there's another crunch against it, and it flies open, and the lock goes spinning out. And Empress Pierogi comes in.
Yes! Yes!
Eagle wings spread wide. Empress Pierogi, top of the order.
Incredible.
Whoops-a-daisy, Sphinx friend.
Hell yeah. Amazing.
Incredible.
It's your turn, Empress Pierogi.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We
I
need
didn't know
Empress
I was
Pierogi
in. I
on
couldn't
screen.
see myself.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Empress Pierogi comes crashing through, and she's like, "Oh, look what you've done to the place, Mr. and Mrs. Vicus. This is absolutely unacceptable." And
The ghost looks up. She's like,
This is not your domain, Pierogi. Go back to your shack.
how dare you? And Empress Pierogi will reach out, or she doesn't reach out, she's a cat. She will look at the ghost lady and sort of blink with intent, and she needs to make a charisma saving throw.
She's surprisingly charismatic for someone who's pretty terrible. She got a 19.
Ah, that rat.
That succeeds, I think. Where is her spell save DC?
Seems good.
Yeah, no,
I'm having so much fun.
It's great.
That succeeds.
This is incredible.
Hang on,
she
let me
succeeds.
look at my legendary actions.
Andrew, do you mind if I add some flavor here, just in the
Oh no,
background?
go for it. Yeah.
Wait, I don't want to jump in with me here yet, but when Empress Pierogi steps into this room, books start falling off of the shelf, and there is just a warble of this room around her. And it seems to Empress Pierogi, maybe anyone else who is conscious in this room, that her physical presence in this room is causing a problem for the room itself.
Cool.
So, yeah. I just want to leave it at that. I'm gonna
Love to hear it.
get out of here, but Empress Pierogi's presence in this room is causing the room to sort of fall apart a bit.
Go wibbly wobbly.
Jason Wardell, did you just make that noise?
That was me.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
Human
wow.
keyboard, Jordan Dahl. Did she succeed or not?
She succeeded.
Okay, is that your turn?
Jerk. Let's see. Yes.
All
My
right.
turn is over.
Ikely, I need a death saving throw from you.
13. Does that work?
Yeah, that's a
passes.
success. That's one of the 3. And now Mr. T with 2 fails. Oh. In my opinion, one of the
T.
saddest ways for a character to go is...
Guys, I've rolled a critical success. Which means that I'm
1 hit point, right? You come
Yeah.
stabilize, you're back 1 hit point? Or do you
Let's
just
fucking
stabilize
go.
at 0?
No, you stabilize
come
with
back.
1, baby boy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my god. I love it.
Huge. Welcome back.
Woo-hoo! What's that, Jordan? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
Yeah, he got kicked out of clean feed somehow, so he's resetting. But truly, one of my favorite rules about Dungeons and Dragons is that on death saving throws, if you roll a natural 20, you
Hi,
come
guys, I'm
back to
back.
life with 1 hit point. It's the best rule out there.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that happened. I'm back. I can hear you. I don't know why my clean feed died as soon as that happened, but
Here we go.
I love it. And so now you get your turn because the death saving throw happens at the start of your turn.
Yeah.
So you actually also
Crazy.
get your turn.
Buck
You are prone. You're on the edge of a burning circle. Immediately in front of you, your friend Ikely is unconscious and lying on her side. Her scrolls kind of spilled about her.
how can I help Ikely? I can try to stabilize her with a medicine roll.
Yeah, medicine check.
Is that
I
my
believe.
action?
Yeah, it would be your action. Unless you've got healing magic or a potion.
I have none of these things. I don't think he is much of a healer. I think he looks down and he sees Ikely and he goes, "No!" And he turns toward this ghost lady. He's going to stand up with half his movement, 15. Use the other 15 to dash towards or to run towards this ghost lady and start swinging.
Cool. Do it.
Beep doop deep dop deep. Okay. So first attack.
And you can see that this giant white sphinx cat is now in the room as well.
Hell yeah. 14 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Great. The second attack. Would you believe it? Another 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
So weird. Okay, I'm gonna make these both unarmed attacks, and when he does unarmed attacks, he kind of uses the palms of his fists, but he's still clutching these maces, almost like hand packs.
Oh yeah, like when you punch
So
somebody with a
4,
roll
5,
of
6,
quarters in your
7.
fist.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew.
That was too specific.
I've heard.
Yeah, at the Colorado Rapids game, right?
Yeah, yeah, down at the pool hall. Yeah, down in the alley behind the pool hall.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Does it do damage to a ghost?
Give me a perception check. Was it 7 total?
7 is the first attack,
Okay, great.
but I do want to see if it does damage. 19 perception.
It seems like you could kind of see, her like recoiling a little bit as you're attacking her. However, you just don't get that satisfying smack as when you're like hitting a physical person. And with that perception roll, I'd say that you could suss out that she's probably a bit resistant to it, but it is hitting her.
Okay, so 11 damage total with the attacks. I am going to take the attack action. You can replace one of the attacks with an exhalation of draconic energy. Choose a type. So yeah, let's say that second one, or no, the one that did 7 damage is electric damage.
Cool. So yeah, that. You mean lightning damage?
Yeah, lightning damage.
Cool. With that same perception roll, it seems like again, it doesn't seem to affect her like it did the armor, like when
Damn
you
it.
struck them
Okay.
with lightning before.
Well, she's taking an additional 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on that one. So 9 plus 7, so 16 lightning damage, 4 regular damage.
Cool. Great. All right.
Total.
All right. Now it is her turn. She's going to kind of stand up next to the armor and again put on this horrifying visage. Empress Pierogi and Mr. T, I need charisma. I need wisdom saving throws from you, DC 13.
Rats.
Oh yeah, she's actually also rolls.
God damn it!
What'd you get?
I'm immune to whatever you're doing.
Oh, you're immune to being frightened?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
11.
So this is all. You are familiar with the Vicuses, and you know. Got
Don't
an
do
11?
this right now, Mary.
11, yeah.
This is embarrassing.
You are frightened of her. You want to get away from her at all costs. And at the end of your turns, you get to remake that saving throw. But on your turn, you will try to get away from her as far as you can.
Well, I can't move. Frightened as I can't move towards her, and I get disadvantage on attacks, right?
This frightened, I'll read it.
Oh, it's like a special frightened. It's fine. I understand. You don't have to do it.
No, I guess it's not frightened. It's just frightened. So yeah, whatever the
Okay.
frightened condition is what you
Great.
have. Great. So now we're back to the top of the order. Empress Pierogi, as the secret DM Harlan said, you can tell that your very presence is making this place unstable. There's already fire burning in the center of the room, and books are coming off the shelves, and there's kind of this kind of like thrumming energy that's like growing more and more intense. But it's your turn. Ikley, you're on deck with the death save. Hello? Empress Pierogi? Oh, you're muted.
Oh dear, I was muted because I was typing. The Dungeon Master.
My God. Look at the art that Case has made for Empress Pierogi.
Where is it?
You want a
incredible.
screenshot?
Oh my
It's on the
god,
Twitch.
incredible. All right. Empress Pierogi will look at the ghost of Lady Varkus, and please, you're embarrassing yourself, and blink at her again, and I need her to make another charisma saving throw, this time with disadvantage.
What condition are you trying to employ? Because she might be immune to it as well.
It's not a condition.
Oh.
Answer the riddle.
It's nothing.
with disadvantage. Even with disadvantage, she got a
Jordan,
19.
Amazing.
With disadvantage, she got a 19.
Yes.
Andrew.
Wow.
You're fucking killing me, bud.
I rolled a.
It gives some
Yeah.
life.
Oh, welcome
Look at
fucking
him.
to it, Aaron Urist.
I'm sorry, I didn't make.
You sit in your
I
tower.
like Harlan, though.
Uh,
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Empress Pierogi is going to narrow her eyes and use her legendary actions to do it again.
Great.
She's just going to cast the
Hell
same
yeah.
spell again.
Hell yeah.
All right. Countess Vicus is using her legendary action to
Yes!
automatically succeed.
Yeah.
She has them too?
She has one legendary action. She's also in her lair.
Incredible. Stare
In the
off.
room that she's trapped in.
See what happens when I leave, everybody. See what happens when I leave.
But I'll say this this standoff between these two entities is tearing this room apart.
totally is
There's
going-
like cracks jagging through
Yeah.
the woodwork of the walls, and it's almost as if the entire study is in kind of like some sort of clockwork vice that's like
Good God.
twisting it and cracking it.
We're in a Dali painting.
Yeah. Is that your turn, Pierogi? After
Yep.
the stare off?
Now I'm the dungeon master. I narrate the rest. Just kidding.
No, it's not like that. The room's fine. I love it. Ikley, give me that death saving throw.
Ooh.
And just for your own edification, Mr. T, to stabilize someone, it is a medicine check, DC 10, not even a hard medicine check.
Wow, cool.
I did roll an 18, so I say
Great, another success. Mr. T, it's your turn.
Okay, Mr. T gazes into this horrifying visage and looks around and sees this room going full Gozer the Gozerian, just blinking out of existence all around them. And looks back at Ikley, the unconscious body he has sworn to protect, and runs over, scoops up Ikley, and runs back through the door that was blown off the hinges
Cool.
into the previous area and lays her down and tries to stabilize her with medicine.
I'm gonna leave this one up to Empress Pierogi to tell you what happens behind her in that doorway, because that's not my domain anymore. That's Empress Pierogi's domain. So whatever. Empress
Hang on, I
Pierogi
have
could
to
do.
DM the actual dungeon master.
I'm right here. I'm right here, baby boy. You just tell me what's going on.
I mean, we could do the thing that I was talking about now, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Aaron, you do it. You're the dungeon master. You do it.
I'm the dungeon master
I'm batting
now.
cleanup. I'm batting cleanup. So you do the thing, and I'll do my thing.
All right, Empress Pierogi will look around at this at the workshop, sort of coming down all around them, and go, "Oh dear," and she will extend her wings, and they sort of wrap around. They wrap around Mr. T and Ikley, and Empress Pierogi emits this sort of deep bass meow that resonates at this bass magical note.
Bass.
And there's this deep resonance all around you, and when all of a sudden there's a brief sensation of movement similar. I'm going into K.A.I voice. Oh dear, what's happening?
He's here even now.
Oh god. There's this deep resonance, and there's this sensation of movement similar to when you went through the portal to get to the workshop, and suddenly you were in this strange space, a different place. You can see stars above you, and there is a person off in the distance sitting at a table, seemingly alone in this vast expanse.
Am I
Is Ickley
conscious?
conscious?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my. Some bodyguard you are, huh, Mr. T? Whoops a daisy.
Maybe if you paid a little better.
Sorry about that. I'm more of a pyromancer than a cleric. Couldn't really get you out of there right now. When you were possessed and all. Where are we now? Huh?
I said paid, like you pay me, not
Oh,
played.
paid.
You played great.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Just doing my best over here.
Let's go ask that
The
fella.
voice sitting at the tabletop, the desk from across the space goes, Paroki, you're bringing
Yes.
them here?
I'm sorry, they...
Must be special. And it's like you hear 3 different voices say all 3 of those different phrases.
Yes, and Pierogi looks at Mr. T and Ickley, and you can almost see her looking past them, like it's almost like Empress Pierogi is sort of looking into the camera a little bit, and briefly you sort of register a sensation that you hadn't been registering this whole time, and are briefly aware of your existence back in Jadurian, and you feel like this Sphinx, for a moment, is looking at Klik and at the Moonboy.
I see. I see. I see. These 3 different voices say to this cat and say, "You're a good girl. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy." And you see this cloaked figure kind of like stand up and walk in this empty space that you all are now in, and it just like kind of floats over, and you see a black clawed hand with like black feathers around it reach out of the cloak and scritch at Pierogi's ears and say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," in 3 different ways to you. And then it turns and looks at you and pulls back its hood, and you see the black feathers of a kinku, this bird creature, kind of like floating in the air, and it looks at you and says, "You have found my home. It's my home." Kind of, and you can tell that this the language of this bird is mimicking things it has heard before, and it is looking at you all and saying, "If Pierogi has chosen to save you, then you are worth my time." And it kind of like cocks its head at you and says, "And the answer is, to your question, whatever you want it to be." And then kind of like looks at you all, waiting for you to ask the same questions that you asked before again. And you, and this is like a moment of like static dissonance where you both know that you are, in this space, you both know that you are Klik and you are these other creatures right now. Because both these humanoids that you all have been playing, these different characters living in this world with their own stories and their own trajectories, they have the exact same reasoning, or they have the exact same question to ask, even if they have different reasoning. So what are your characters' questions again?
What does the dragon Slow Death want with Florial?
And
Why
the
does the
Kinku,
dragon Slow Death want to meet Florial?
the Kinku turns its head, kind of like knowing that this Kreen has heard of Florial and has heard of the dragon Slow Death, which it also has heard of, and it looks at you and it says back, in a variety of clips and cuts from different speeches that it has heard before. And it says to you, any dragon wants some sort of power. Wants to be able to pull the strings of the world for any reason that can be seen as good or bad. But from what I know about Slow Death, if it would ask for the audience of Florial, it would be to consume the knowledge of conjuration that it has. The ability to move from... Florial has the ability to move from one place to another like no other being in this world. And to be able to be anywhere at any time is Florial's power. And if a dragon as powerful as Slow Death had that ability, they would be able to take over any space that they wanted to.
Okay. Great.
If you like, this is Harlan to Jordan. If you have any follow-up questions that you can ask,
answers everything I need to know, because I can't imagine a dragon would want to meet with Florial to say, "May I please have your ability to travel through all space and time?"
or like, "How you doing?"
Right, exactly. And I also imagine that this is something that to be taken by force, and the word "consume" sends shivers down the Moonboy's spine, back at his screaming husk of a body. He looks even more scared for a second. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, Flute is over there, just like watching these frozen bodies, like touching the clutch of souls, and you just see Moonboy shiver visibly. Yeah,
and I think that Ikley, you hear, for maybe some reason you don't quite understand, Mr. T utter the phrase,
Wango Flango. Write it down.
She does. She's not sure why. She just writes stuff down.
Sure.
Worth knowing. I think I asked also how to achieve intergalactic travel to travel the galaxies and unite people from other sides. So I ask, how can people learn to travel at great speeds through space and time?
This Kinku kind of like looks away from you, and in multiple voices says, it would take a great arcanist, great wizard, who knew how to open portals and create portals and push the boundaries of what conjuration magic could do, to create a network of magical energy that allowed you to circumvent space and time, to be able to walk through a portal and be anywhere that you wanted to. And that is what Florial did. They built a system of portals that are all around, hidden for them, tunnels of sorts between worlds, all around this universe. And they simply need to be charged with magical energy. They simply need spells to be cast into them if they are stable. And they will open up to wherever Florial has decided for them to go. I have gone through those portals, and you could too. Where they are, Florial has hidden them all over. I can't help you with that. If I could help you with that, I would be much more powerful. But that system is already built. You simply need to walk through it.
All right.
Whoa.
And it looks over at this Kinku looks over at Pierogi and nods and says, "Can you send them back?"
Yes.
Okay, well, don't put them back in my shack. That curio shop is a hoard that I do not wish to sit on top of.
Yes, fair enough.
You're doing a great job there, though. I don't mean to demean your work.
Thank you. Thank you
It
very
is-
much. This is...
The fact that you are saving people like this means a lot to me personally.
Well, they set the place on fire, so... I hadn't had the opportunity to open the door and see what was going on for a very long time, and the Vicuses they've got a whole thing going on, and they're undead, and it's bad. They're probably dead now, though.
The
Hopefully
Vicus,
they've been
I
freed.
always invited them over just because I felt obligated, not because I wanted to actually spend time with them.
No, they're doing like a full haunting thing in there?
Pierogi, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to converse with you like this in so long. Do you want to be free? Do you want to go wherever you'd like?
Well, would that include being able to visit you from time to time?
I mean, you obviously can do that, but I would say yes. You could meander wherever you wish. You do not have to guard the house anymore. I feel apologetic that you have been there for so long.
It's all right. It was part of the agreement. But, well, as long as I'm welcome to visit with you occasionally, then I would say yes. Thank you very much.
Well, Pierogi, I hope you wander throughout the universe.
Pierogi looks at the camera, directly deep into the camera, and says, "Me too."
All right.
Next week
With that,
on Pierogi Than Heroes.
This episode's called Free Pierogies, right?
yeah, with Case's art that she made out of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna
You-
need
you will-
pierogi art from Jordan as well.
Yeah.
You feel the tremble of this world, just like the space around you. As wait, Aaron, you gave such wonderful description of pierogi plane shifting earlier. Can you do it again, please?
Yes, pierogi sort of, this time instead of a meow, it's sort of as Wicker the Wise scritches pierogi under her enormous chin, she begins to purr, and the purr grows louder and louder into this cosmic resonance, and she extends her wings once more, and as they wrap around everyone, suddenly there is a final thrum of resonance, and we're once again somewhere else.
You are sucked back. You just kind of have this grounding feeling of like, Klik and Moonboy back in this space, and you feel the rest of their life too, because Jason Wardell, holy
good.
goddamn shit. A reminder that we have Jason Wardell every week improvising a live soundtrack on the keys. Every week, it's amazing. This is not us hitting play; it's him on the keys doing this amazing stuff. You're sucked back into this plane of existence, but in the process, kind of like in the tube out, in that wonderful noise that Jason Wardell just made out, you feel the end of their lives, because and you come out of this with this knowledge that the clutch of souls hold the experience of someone's life inside of it, and that the people who commune with the clutch of souls live moments from the lives that are held inside, and that any life that is contained in this clutch of souls has already come to an end. There is much debate on whether accessing these memories is a sign that the souls inside have not been allowed to disperse themselves and move on, or if this is merely a magical record of the life lived. And like, you all don't know that, but you can feel this like uncertainty of whether it is, if you just experience a soul trapped inside of this, or if this is just like a videotape that you have experienced. But you are back here with all of this information, with this experience, and with this person's whole life living inside of your mind as well, inside of your memories. And with that, if any of the characters have things to say, they can.
The Moonboy says,
Holy shit!
We're back.
I was you were
Where's Kai?
Aaron, you want to tell them what they see of Kai?
Yeah. So you can see a moment after you say that, Kai comes firing out from the darkness of the pit below, holding on to Gluck, and sets them down on the far side of this pit. And Kai reaches out and picks up this staff that the Arcane dropped as he turns to look at Klik and at Moonboy and at Flute. Oh, I guess I need to make a wisdom saving throw or something.
On the staff? No, you don't.
Harlan looks terrified.
Oh, it's because of how powerful. It's because of how powerful that staff is. I just remembered that I didn't get to break that staff. That's what happened.
Yes.
Kai's got it now.
Got him.
And you see Kai sort of look from you to the clutch of souls and then back at you, and there's a moment of sort of registering that you guys went fucking
Don't
around
touch
in there.
that.
Yeah, I think he sees it and he's like, definitely don't touch that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we won't.
Yeah,
the
no,
Moonboy looks
I
at you
won't
and he's
touch
got a
it.
nosebleed, weird blue blood.
Yeah.
But you can also see Kai looks sort of
green
like...
antenna coming out of his
Kai, you see the dilated pupils of Klik and Moonboy, and you go over to this staff, and let me have you roll an Arcana check real quick.
All right. 27.
You can feel that you cannot attune to it.
Whoa.
And you can feel, just like with this magical aura, you can feel that Moonboy can attune to it, and Klik can attune to it, and
Well, looks like it's mine.
and Kai, I will let you relay this information because you can feel that the only person who can attune to this staff, whose stat block I just dropped in our chat here, which for the D&D heads is the Staff of Power.
Sounds sweet.
The only people who can attune to it are sorcerers, warlocks, or wizards.
Oh, I was just joking.
Look at that.
Oh,
You can thank Secret GM Ted for this too. He built this character for this loot drop.
Very
Crazy.
cool.
I can attune
Plus
to
2
it at
bonus to
14th
armor
level,
class.
but not yet.
Give it time. Where is this? I want to see the stat block.
it's in.
Yeah, it's
in
in
the
our chat,
chat.
here. I'll post in our
Oh, cool,
Discord
got
chat
it,
too,
got it.
so
I
you all
got
can
it.
see the Staff of Power. And then,
I've heard of these.
but yeah, that's
They're
it. So with this scene, with all of you like kind of like coming back here in this moment, Kai floating up, setting down Gluck, who also looks like wounded but has this same kind of like wide pupil shock moment, and you all look around and it's just quiet inside of this holy Kreen chamber for a moment. And that's where we're gonna pick it up next week. Is you all unsure of what's happening outside of the temple, but definitely winning this big fight inside of the temple. Ooh. And next week is going to be our last session of the year. It's the last session of this arc. It's kind of depending on what happens outside of here, is going to be our wrap up. One way or the other, it's the last bullet point on the end of this arc here. And so congratulations, players, for making through the biggest fight I have ever run.
Whew!
Oh my
Incredible.
God.
How many sessions was that total?
Ooh.
Like
It was under
5?
20. It was just 18, right? But no. You mean not the arc, the fight?
Just the fight, yeah.
Oh, it was at least 5.
At least 5. I feel like it's been at least 6 sessions since we flew in with the Armada.
Since we were
Yeah.
safe.
maybe.
Since we were safe. That was insane, though. Also, the Staff of Power. Uh-oh.
Pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I can't wait personally to find out. I just want to like zoom out on this last scene. This last like scene here is like this quiet moment inside of this powerful holy chamber that got rid of Klik, that kicked her out of here. And you kind of like all look over to her in this moment of she has saved the city of Jadorian. like her home is safe. This outcast has saved her home. Kind of, and with that zoom out, we'll call it here. So. Yeah, good fucking job, everybody. I tried so hard
Very
to
cool.
throw something terminally unavailable to your progression here, and you have rolled and mathed your way out of it.
Can I read them the end of this Staff of Power thing just so everybody knows how insane this is?
You mean the break part that I almost got to do?
Yeah.
That I almost got to do, except for Klik killed that person?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah. The thing that was very close to happening when you all had... Two of you had 1 hit point? Absolutely.
Retributive Strike.
They have to be attuned to it.
You can use an action to break the staff over your knee or against a solid surface, performing a retributive strike. The staff is destroyed and releases its remaining magic in an explosion that expands to fill a 30-foot radius sphere centered on it. You have a 50% chance to instantly travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion. If you fail to avoid the effect, you take force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges in the staff.
Oh my god.
16 times!
And I will say, my only argument against what Aaron, I had this conversation with 5 DMs. I asked 5 DMs this, to be sure. And I said, hey, do you think it's fair for the breaking the staff thing, the ability of this? I was like, do you think it's fair if the person who's attuned to this dies, and someone else picks it up and breaks it while no one is attuned to it, that this has that power? And 5 out of 5 said yeah, because...
I think it's fair for you to do whatever the fuck you want.
Right, because I think the attunement thing is important.
I think it's fair for you to be like, it's cool for this guy to break the thing. Sweet.
I would request that the guy
you're saying
breaking
that now
the
that
thing
you got
be
to be a DM.
vaporized.
Also, I did not know how important that attack was.
Yeah, me neither.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
so if you're,
because that would have
20 charges in it. That's
that would have killed
8.
3 of us instantly, right?
Yeah.
Like that would have killed me, and I for sure you guys, but
maybe
probably
not
me.
insta death, but
it wouldn't. It didn't have. He cast Cone of Cold twice out of it, but it would have definitely downed K.A.I and
me for sure.
Klik.
I mean, unless it would have transferred us all to different planes of existence.
Yeah, there's always the
chance.
Like truly,
you're on another plane of existence.
The person who breaks it gets that. Everybody else
Oh,
make the next
crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you next week.
Yeah, go watch last week. Go watch that session where that happened, and me just watch me just be like,
wow.
God damn it, I didn't get to do this thing. So yeah. Okay, thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next week for the last session of this arc. Thank you so much, all of the players in DM, like Andrew, Aaron. Good job DMing. That was wonderful. You were all amazing DMs.
I also wanted to shout out KMW. Happy birthday! It's KMW's birthday.
Welcome back.
Hell yeah!
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all, and catching up. Shout out to all the people who are watching this on YouTube who are... My favorite thing in the world is when people hop in the Discord and they're like, I just caught up! It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah. So, thanks, everybody. We'll see
join
you...
our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord. And we'll see you next week for the last session of the year. Great. Bye.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.